Shalom to the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and double honors to our elders and apostles of GMS who rule well, and peace, blessing to you, brothers doing this work in truth and in sincerity. This is Samat coming to you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Let's dive right into it. This is Matthew 13, and we're going to get into the parable of the seeds. And the topic of this lesson really just going into why we really need to fear the Most High. You know, as you brothers have seen the video that's been surfacing, with the two guys that used to be a part of the ministry in GMS, and and then they end up, falling out, not falling out, but had a falling out and end up going and doing their own thing to teach their own doctrine. And, it trickled down to even worse, but not to talk about them, but that is the inspiration for this lesson, and why it's really important that you guys, or we all, I should say we all, because myself included, more so than ever, is why we need to be more circumspect as we walk through this truth. As we walk through this life, we ought to be more circumspect, and we need to really start evaluating and focusing on the Lord, man, and why we should fear the Most High, and why it's so important to fear the Most High. Because, you could be so fervent for so long. You could be so fervent, on fire, whatever the case is. And then something just takes you out of there, man. The Most High just takes the spirit from you. The Most High just puts a new spirit on you. He makes you to believe, all manners of doctrine, doctrine that you weren't taught. You strayed away from the doctrine you were taught. And the doctrine you were taught was sound doctrine. Not only was it just doctrine that was being taught, it was sound doctrine. It made sense, all right? It fit the scriptures, all right? It wasn't nothing super made up and unbelievable, okay? And this is what's happening. We're starting to see this shift, in the truth as we come into the latter years, because we're getting closer and closer to the end days. We're starting to see a shift, all right, paradigm of brothers starting to, turn away from that sound doctrine, whether it's going fully back into the world, whether it's not really necessarily believing anymore, but yet you still believe, but you're kind of unsure. You're on the fence, right? The true idea of being lukewarm, right? It's like you believe, but then at the same time you don't believe, right? Now, I know spirits and demons will play on your mind and pull certain strings, but you got to be invested. You have to be committed. You have to have the mindset that I'm going to die doing this work. I'm going to die doing this truth. That's the mentality you need to have. No matter what happens in this life, I'm going to die if it comes down to it. And this is just a statement that you stay in your mind. Like, I'm going to die believing in this truth and doing this work. And that's what it's going to be, rather than take the chance of believing that this word is not true and going back into the world and trying to make something of myself in this world, which is it's probably more difficult for you to make something of yourself in this world than it is for you to just stay on course in this truth. Because it's a big world we live in. It's a lot of competition. There's a lot of envy. It's a lot of hate, man. This world doesn't breed nothing. There's nothing on this side that means anything, man. So let's get into it. This is Matthew 13. We get into the parable of the seeds, and this is going to spark the lesson. So let's see. All right, let's see. All right, starting at 18. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it, not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. No, Salakia. I gotta read up. That's explaining it. Yeah. I kind of want to read that, but I'm gonna just get to. I'm gonna just read this and I'll jump down. I'm gonna read it through before explaining it, and I'll explain it at the end. Verse 3, and he spoke many things unto them in parables, saying, behold, a sower went forth to sow, and when he sowed some seeds, some fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell by the stony places, and where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But the other fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, and some 100-fold and 60-fold and 30-fold. Who have an ear, let him hear. Now jumping down to the breakdowns of each seed, right? Because we want to be of the seed that produces fruit. We don't want to be of either of the other seeds. And these other seeds are examples of what you're starting to see, what has been doing since the beginning of the truth. But where you're starting to see a shift, where you're starting to see a high number of these cases where it's what brothers like to call house cleaning, right? Or sifting, as the scriptures say. All right, so right back at 18 again. Let's go to 19. It says, when one heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which received this seed by the wayside. So those that they hear the truth and they don't even understand it, right? And right away, this is the wicked one come and catcheth away that was sown in his heart, right? Fall right by the wayside, man. Nothing happens. All right, you don't even hear this word. It goes in one ear and one out the other. 20, but he that received the seed unto stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it. Yet he have not root in himself, but dureth for a while. When tribulation and persecution arises because of the word, and by the word is offended. Right? These are those that they come into the truth. They believe the truth, and they may very well even do the work. You know, they may be a part of a camp. They may go out on the highways and the hedges, weekly for months and months, maybe even years. All right. And these are those that, and like it says they endure for a while, but when tribulation and persecution arise, they get offended and they fall out. All right. And this is probably one of the things that happens to most of the brothers that are like that in that case. The scripture says, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this world. Well, this is the very type of brother that he gets caught up in the affairs in the tribulations, not realizing that if you just applied and understood the scriptures, the Most High said that he's not going to put you through more than you can handle. You have to be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. All right, you have to believe that there is a greater situation for you through this hell. All right, there's a better version of yourself through this fire, and you have to just ride that out. There's no point in going backwards, man. Because as you go backwards, you're only getting deeper and deeper to the fire, man. Whereas if you just keep moving forward, you're getting further and further away from that fire and into that light. It says, he also that receives some, he also that receives seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. Right? Those are those that just go back into the world because they feel like they're missing out. They feel like they're missing out on opportunity. They feel like they're missing out on fame and riches and glory. They want to be a part of the world and they be accepted by the world. And when you in this truth, you have to realize that the fear of the Most High has to be so great that you can't care about the people of this world. You can't care about the thoughts of men. You can't care about the perception of people, outside of what is true. You can't care about things like personal opinions, all right? Your perception should be clear, right? You're a righteous man. You follow the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible. You have conviction, all right, and you believe that ye are princes of the power, but you're humble in it. That should be who you are and how you feel about yourself. And then when people look at you outside of that, it doesn't fucking matter. You shouldn't have no thought towards it. And it's easier said than done, but it's a daily practice that we have to meditate on, and we have to walk as if we don't care, as if we're the only people walking, man. As if what we're doing is the only way to go, and everybody who else is against this is, a failure in a way. You have to look at it in a sense like that. All right, you can't get caught up because you might not be financially where, these guys are, or you might not be. You can control the things you can control, right? You can control your health, your physical fitness. You can control the information that you consume. You can control the knowledge that you obtain. All right. You can control the actions that you take, whether you be a part of this society, whether you be a part of this group, and whether you get down with this or you don't get down with that. Let's go to verse 26. Verse 23. And this is how you want, this is what you want to be. But he that receiveth seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it, which also bear fruit and bringeth forth some 100-fold, some 60, and some 30. All right. You want to be of that fruit. All right. So if you're in the process of doing this truth, all right, make sure that you are grounded. Make sure you are on good ground. Okay. That's why it's very important for every brother to find a balance in his truth. All right. Remember, I did a lesson recently. Stop comparing yourself to other brothers. All right. Strive to do the best that you can. The apostles put out the notion that you should strive to do a video a day. All right. If you have the talent to do so. And although it's not a direct order, it's an exhortation, and they're stressing it because yes, it's something that you may not necessarily be in that level just yet, but it's something you should strive for, because think about it. If you live this truth, right? This is something that you are, this is you, this is who you are. This is the embodiment of your life. This is the foundation, the core of who you are. So this should be your daily life, right? You're going to be who you are every single day. If this truth is your identity, then it's going to be a part of your everyday routine. And somewhere in that routine, I understand we got to work and do all these things. I myself work 12-hour shifts now, man. I'm pulling 4 to 5 12-hour shifts a week. I'm talking about 5 days straight. But mostly because I'm in a position where I'm trying to play catch up, right? So I have the ability to work this much, but I'm playing catch up right now. But, in a few weeks, Lord willing, after November, I don't have to put this many days in. I can just do 3 12s and maybe a fourth, and do that consistently so that I can be more balanced, But right now, I'm striving to have a schedule and have a routine, and when I'm on a job, I have downtime throughout my day, so I'm getting fed throughout the day, call like how about Shimei Shai. But so that's the benefit there with my job. I have freedom to kind of listen to videos in my AirPods while I work, or on downtime in between tasks. I can do certain things, but and I get fed throughout the day. But not to get off topic, you have to find that foundation. You have to find that balance. You have to find and strive to implement this truth into your everyday routine, And even if it's not necessarily just putting up a lesson, even if you read, if anything, is read or do a lesson, watching a video, you could do a video, you could watch a lesson, but, try to get fed through the spirit, try to learn, try to grow every day. I myself am striving for this. I'm getting ready to go to bed. I got to work in the morning. So, I just figured, I send up this, sacrifice before I go to bed. Because to be honest, I was ready to head into bed, walked upstairs and everything. And I thought, you know what? I saw the brother Yakanan put up a video, and his video was similar topic. Check out the brother Yahushua Sheep 144. All right, the brother Yakanan said, you got to be addicted to this truth. It should be daily, man. And that's also the importance of putting up lessons. And that's why if you put up a lesson every day, even if it's just a 5-minute video, because I don't even think that video was that long. I believe it was like 6 minutes or so, right? But it's so beautiful that 6 minutes or 7 minutes, I could edify by 8-minute videos. I myself do 8-minute videos from time to time, but I strive to be exhorting, okay? These videos are to exhort. That's why it says to exhort one another daily. And we do that right through not only putting up the lessons online, but, talking to brothers, just trying to keep brothers in the spirit as much as possible. That's the beauty of the brotherhood, because I believe most brothers are sincere in his truth. It's just that every brother's lot is different. Every brother's measure of faith is different. So some brothers require a little bit more push or a little bit more exhorting than another brother. Another brother might be a little self-starter, okay? But that doesn't negate the fact that he still has faith, that he still believes, that he still desires, right? But what he might be going through, he might just need a little bit more help, man. Let's go ahead and jump over. Let's not get held up on this. So this is Romans 14, and I'm going to start from the top. It says, him that is weak in the faith receive ye, but not to doubtful disputations. Right. So him that is weak in the faith, receive him, man. Don't cast a brother away just because he might be low in the faith. All right. If there's any faith there, there's hope. And even if there is no faith there, that's why we still strive to give the truth to brothers and the sisters. Right. And then hope that the Most High grow that seed, because we want to see I personally want to see my people succeed. I'm going to speak for myself. I want to see my people succeed. I don't want to see none of my people, homeless and begging on the streets. I don't want to see my our women haughty and whores and shameful or shameless and loud and ratchet. I don't want to see that. I want to see Israelite women in order, okay? Submissive, feminine, meek, beautiful, because I believe our women are beautiful, man. I want to see them in the best version of themselves. I want to see our men in the best version of themselves. So I'm going to give this truth to everybody until they don't receive it. As the scripture say, when you go into a city, test the spirit. And if they receive you not, hey, dust your feet off, man, and you go about your way. Verse 2, for one believeth that he may eat all things, and another who is weak eateth herbs. It says, let not him that eateth despise him that eateth not, and let him not which eateth judge him that eateth, for God have received him. Right. So there's going to be different brothers that you're going to have brothers that eat, right? That the brothers that work, they might hit the highways 5 days a week, put up 2 lessons a day. Right. But then there might be a brother who only go out once a week. Maybe only get 3 or 4 lessons a week. Don't despise that brother because his work, he doesn't have the same quantity of work as you. Or maybe it might not even be the same quality as work. Right. But don't despise that brother. If you can, help that brother. Right. And likewise, don't envy or don't judge a man and call him over righteous, or he doing too much, or he don't got no life, because a brother may have the ability to do that much work. A brother may work 5-6 days a week and make the time, to go out. Hey, the brother Ariah, he goes out at nighttime a lot. He'll go out 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Shit, I've seen this man go out 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? That's that brother's spirit, man. And that's a beautiful spirit. So at the end of the day, brothers is going to do how they're going to do. And every brother is going to have their own thing. And you have to find your thing and find out what is going to be the best for you. It says, verse 4, who art thou that judgest another man's servant? To his own master he standeth or falleth, yeah, he shall be holding up, for God is able to make him stand. Right, because then the Most High is going to hold you up. He's going to support you, man. The Most High is going to build you up in the time period the Most High is going to build you up. The Most High gave this man 10 talents. He only gave you 5, and he only gave this man 1. But at the end of the day, that 1 talent, he needs to go ahead and work to multiply it to make it 2. That 5 talents you have, you need to multiply it to make it 10. Those 10 talents you have, you need to multiply it to make it 20. All right? It doesn't matter. As long as everybody is multiplying and building upon the faith that was given to them, that's what matters. Every brother's not going to put out the same work. Every brother's not going to put out the same quantity, the same quality. All right? One brother may be more eloquent than another. So therefore, the quality in the work may seem different. But that brother B, he put up his best. That video that he put up, that was his best, man. He felt good about that. And you might not feel the same way, but guess who feels pleased by that? Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, and the angels. They're rejoicing at that. Verse 5, which is the point. One man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. All right, you got to be fully persuaded in your own mind into why you do this truth, why you do this work. Is this really am I really about this? You know, do I really believe this very thing that I am? Do I really understand the magnitude of this thing I'm a part of, man? Because you're going to take L's in this world, man. You're going to take L's. And it's not really losses, okay? It's not really losses. Because everything that you lose on this side is really gained in kingdom, all right, for Yahweh Shai. But you're going to take losses in a sense where you're going to lose friends, all right? You're going to lose possessions. You're going to lose family. You're going to lose respect. But you're losing respect from people in the world who don't even deserve your respect, because the very things that you two value are different. All right, they value being a real nigga and everything every folly and wicked thing that entails, and you value being a righteous and fearful servant. So focus on you, focus on that, man, and just be your best version of yourself, man. This is Sirach 3:21. It says, seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. All right. So don't try to do more than you are capable. Always strive to improve and to be better and to do more. But don't think that you have to just immediately jump to being this great, super going out 7 times a week, 20 videos a week. Don't think that you have to automatically jump from that to where you only go out once a week and you only do 4 videos a week outside of your camp. That's crazy. That's what's going to end up burning you out of this truth. All right. Let's look at it like anything else in life. Anything in life. Let's use, a lot of brothers are into fitness, right? And weight training. Look at it like this. If your max bench press is 180 pounds, 185 pounds, and you can do 185 pounds for 2 reps. That's your absolute max. And you see brothers putting up 315 pounds, 275 pounds for 5, 10, 15 reps. And you want to be that. Don't just think that you're going to go ahead and pick up 315 pounds and pump out 15 reps. No, it's not going to work like that. You got to build up. You got to progressively overload, all right? You have to slowly implement 1 extra rep, 1 extra pound. You know what I mean? You're going to have to slowly increase the amount and the effort and quality of what you do, all right? So start by going out twice a week. Maybe you start by that. You go out twice a week, continue your 4 lessons. You know, do that for a few weeks. Do that, see how that feels. Maybe add a lesson. All right. Maybe then eventually you add a 3rd day, you know, figure out what works with your schedule and whatever you find out is that gives you the best balance, that keeps you the most in the spirit, that keeps your fear the most fearful that it can be in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's what you want to do, and stick to that, man. Don't look at another brother's work and feel sorry about yourself, man, or feel like you ain't doing enough. If you know you're doing enough, if you feel you're doing enough and you're giving it your best effort, that's what matters, man. And don't let no man try to downplay your works either. Now, you know if you're doing the bare minimum. You know. Be real with yourself. You can fake the brothers, but you can't fake the Lord. You know when you're doing the bare minimum, okay? You know when you can do more. And the easiest way to do more is to grow more, all right? And this is what me and the brothers in my camp are working on, reading more. Reading, even if it's 2 chapters a day, 3 chapters a day. You know, you could take 30 minutes out of your day, whether it's in the beginning of your day or at the end of your day. You may not necessarily get it every single day, but you have to strive for it and work towards it until eventually it doesn't become a discipline thing anymore. It becomes a part of your daily routine. And then it starts to become like a addiction, but in a healthy way, to where you just feel like David would say in Psalms, like he thirsted and hungered after the Lord, after the Spirit of the Lord. How Solomon strove and thirsted and hunger for what? For wisdom. And that's the beauty of these lessons, because when brothers put out these exhortation videos, it helps keep brothers on their toes, man. That's the beauty in the brotherhood. So don't ever think that you're alone in this truth. Even if you don't have brothers with you, don't ever think that you're alone. Seek out your own salvation. But remember, brothers are there for a reason. Yahushua always had brothers around him, but Yahushua also did his own thing. All right. So, Lord willing, this video was edifying. I'm going to leave it off there. Till next time. Shalom.